Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel you'll find food, poetry, my views on an array of topics, and cooking and all of those stuff. Hit the like, subscribe and share button, and feel free to leave your clean comments.
Face my struggles daily and never once complain. We might share the same culture, but we are not the same. You don't even know my story, you don't even know me. Stage is like a courtroom, the crowd is like a jury.
Grandma, you know, I want to ask you what you think about the parents who verbally and physically abuse their kids.
Okay, well, grandson, that is a really touchy topic. But first I would say, majority of parents who abuse their children, sometimes they do it because of how they themselves had been abused during childhood, their childhood. You understand me? So, okay, you might have a mother who, her mother was abusive to her growing up, both verbally, physically, and she in turn, now that is how she was cultured. So basically you find say, she don't know anything else. She don't know the right way how to deal with her child. So it's all about aggression too, and all about maybe the father not supporting the child, or maybe both partners having personal problems and them tend to take it out on the child, which is wrong, because at the end of the day, when you verbally abuse a child, it is just as bad as physical abuse. And people think that when we talk about abuse, it is always physical, but it is not always physical. Because a child will come to you, for example, and say, explaining something to you, and you say, go sit down, you know? And you tell them in decent language, which is outside of the norm. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to try and listen and hear what that child has to say, and see if you can come up with a solution to whatever the child is saying or whatever the problem is, which most parents don't do that. And then in terms of physical abuse, people think that if they hit a child, fling something off of the child and lick the child, well, that will solve the problem, which in most cases that doesn't solve the problem, because flinging something and lick down a child, at the same time you're damaging the child, you're getting yourself in problem, and the problem that you were supposed to solve, it is still there.
That's true.
You understand? So I would say it's best to try and sit and talk it out, or try and get some counseling. But there are so many other ways that you can go about it instead of being abusive, whether verbally or physically. That's just me. And I heard you saying before, you were asking me if I have ever been verbally or physically abusive to my child. I must take some amount of guilt for that, not a whole lot, because as I say, we weren't born with parenting skills. We had to acquire them gradually along the way. And sometimes we really acquired some of them the wrong way, or we was just doing stuff that we really didn't know how to do. So yes, at some point when the frustration set in, of course I may have said a few words that I should not have said, but growing along the way and with growth and maturity, I realized that I was doing it the wrong way and I had to stop. Yes, I have hit my child a couple of times, yes, out of ignorance, I must say, which should not have happened, because I'm an honest person, so I'm going to say the truth. But as I say, all of this comes with growth and maturity, and after you start to learn certain things, you realize that you were doing something the wrong way and you try to change it. So my reason for explaining all of this to you is for you, when you reach that age where you get your kids, you can understand how to deal with them, do more talking with them, sit down, reason with them, and you will get the better from them. You will hear stuff from them that you would not have heard if you did not sit down and talk to them, you know, because abusing a child, that will never solve the situation. in no shape or form, because we have to remember that the kids that we are growing now, they are going to be the men and the women of tomorrow, and if we don't grow them the right way, we won't have proper men and women for tomorrow, which in they are the ones who are going to become the teachers, the lawyers, whatever. Even some of them may be the criminals of tomorrow. So we have to be very careful what we say and do to them in their younger years, because that is what is going to be played out in. And then another thing, let me tell you something. We have to learn to love our kids. Hug them up, show them how we appreciate them, speak good things over their lives. So I mean, like, your kid go out, come from school, the report is not all that good. Don't jump to the conclusion and say, you're worthless like your papa. You not come to nothing. You know, those are degrading words where you keep pushing them down instead of lifting them up. You know, sit down, talk with them. Well, you know, I was expecting you to get a 2, but you got a 4. And I know you can do better. So next time I am expecting better. Talk with them too and find out maybe there's a problem with the class. Maybe there's a problem at school that you are not aware of, and that's why their grades were low. Maybe they need some extra lessons. Maybe there is some problem within the household too that is affecting them, and they don't know. You don't know because you have not been having any communication skills with them, right? So we have to learn to talk with our kids, hug our kids, tell them every day how much you love them, how much they mean to you, because when they are getting love from inside the family home, they will appreciate it, and they won't have to go other places searching for it, because they will know that they are with a family who loves them. Even if you are a single mother, that doesn't stop you from loving your child, you know. So the main thing is we have to show them more love, because what you give out is what you get back.